Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're tackling the Kalam Cosmological Argument, a logical case for why the universe demands a creator. It's straightforward, rooted in everyday reasoning and cutting-edge science. Let's lay it out, then dig in. The argument goes like this. Whatever begins to exist has a cause. The universe began to exist. Therefore, the universe has a cause. Simple, right? But logic demands we check the premises to make sure they're rock solid. No assumptions here. Start with the second one. The universe began to exist. This isn't up for grabs anymore. It's confirmed by modern cosmology. The Big Bang Theory, backed by evidence like the universe's expansion and cosmic microwave background radiation, pins it to a definite starting point about 13.8 billion years ago. No eternal past, just a finite beginning from a hot, dense singularity. This is as settled as gravity pulling us down. And get this. The Bible's Genesis account nailed it over 3,000 years ago with, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." Back then, most ancient thinkers imagined the cosmos as eternal cycles or birthing from chaos, no true start. Scripture's bold claim of absolute creation from nothing was a game changer, a massive intellectual flex. Atheists once hid behind an eternal universe to sidestep any creator, but the Big Bang slammed that door shut. Now they're trapped. Science echoes the Bible, forcing them to grapple with a caused beginning they can't wish away. That leaves the first premise. Whatever begins to exist has a cause. This feels intuitive, doesn't it? Nothing in our experience just blinks into being uncaused. A cake doesn't bake itself. It needs ingredients and an oven. A smartphone doesn't assemble from dust. Engineers and factories make it happen. This isn't blind faith, it's the principle of causality, a cornerstone of science and philosophy from Aristotle through Newton and beyond. Deny it and you unravel reality. Effects without causes would mean chaos, where buildings pop up randomly or cars drive without engines. But our world is predictable and law-bound, letting us build rockets and cure diseases. Quantum weirdness? Particles fluctuate in vacuums, but those are within existing space-time, borrowing from energy already there, not true nothing, creating something new. Philosophers like David Hume tried poking holes, but even he admitted it matches observation. In short, the premise holds because denying it makes the universe inexplicable and our discoveries impossible. With both premises locked in, the conclusion snaps into place. The universe has a cause. It's deductively certain. But we can't stop at a cause. Logic pushes us further. What attributes must this cause have to create everything? Let's unpack them one by one. Each flows from the nature of the universe. First, it must be outside the universe, transcendent. The cause can't be part of what it creates. Second, timeless and eternal, existing beyond time. Time didn't exist before the Big Bang, it emerged with space. So the cause isn't bound by ticking clocks. It's unchanging. Third, immaterial, not made of matter or energy. Everything physical is inside the universe, so the cause has to be non-physical, like an abstract mind. Fourth, enormously powerful. This thing sparked space, time, matter, and energy from absolute nothing, raw potency on a cosmic scale. Fifth, non-contingent, self-existent, not relying on anything else. Otherwise, we'd chase an infinite regress of causes, which is nonsense. Picture endless dominoes stretching back forever. If there's no first one tipped, why are they falling now? Nothing happens. Actual infinities don't work in reality like that. They lead to paradoxes, like Hilbert's Hotel. And even if the universe were physically eternal, it couldn't be. The second law of thermodynamics dooms it to heat death, where entropy maxes out and stars die. An infinite past physical setup would have burned out long ago. No galaxies, no life. Now, two deeper ones that seal the deal. The cause needs willpower, a personal ability to choose, and it must be purposeful. On willpower. Why? If the cause were impersonal, like a force of nature, it'd act automatically and eternally. But with no time before the universe, why a specific when for the Big Bang? A blind mechanism would have triggered instantly, birthing an eternal universe, which science rules out. So, the cause requires volition, the freedom to decide now. It's like a sculptor choosing to chisel, not a vending machine dumping coins non-stop. Without that will, no finite beginning. With it, the timing makes sense. Philosophers like William Lane Craig hammer this home. Impersonal causes are timelessly active, but we need a personal agent who can initiate at will. Purposeful? Absolutely. Gaze at the universe's fine-tuning. The laws and constants are razor-sharp for life. Gravity a hair stronger, and stars collapse. The electron's mass off by a fraction. No chemistry. The cosmological constant, tuned to 1 in 10 to the power of 120. Worse odds than picking one marked atom in the universe blindfolded. This isn't luck. Random chance is statistically impossible. Physical necessity? No. The values could vary. Multiverse theories. Fun speculation, but unprovable, dodging evidence with infinite guesses. Fine-tuning yells, design, a mind with intent, dialing in a life-friendly setup on purpose. So, we've got the profile: transcendent, timeless, eternal, immaterial, powerful, non-contingent, personal with will, and purposeful. Now what fits? Let's test candidates. God, the biblical creator, nails every trait: outside creation, beyond time, spirit not stuff, omnipotent, self-sufficient, chooses freely, and tunes for relationship and life. Spot on. Natural laws like quantum physics? Nope. They're descriptions of how things work once they exist, not creators. Tied to space-time, they'd need their own cause. A pre-existing universe or multiverse. Kicks the problem downstream. It's not timeless or independent, demanding its own cause and regressing infinitely. Nothing, laughable. From nothing, nothing comes. That's ancient wisdom from Parmenides to modern logic. If nothing could birth something, vacuums would spawn worlds constantly, and reality would be a madhouse of spontaneous chaos. We'd see universes in our coffee mugs, not orderly laws we can probe with math, but existence is stable and rational. Only a purposeful something explains that. Even eternal laws in a void flops. Abstracts don't act, and they'd still beg a grounding cause. Nothing makes nothing. Something with will makes order. There it is. The Kalam doesn't just prove a cause, it fingerprints God as the only fit. The universe isn't a brute fact or accident, it's a created masterpiece. Mind blown? Hit the comments. What's your take? See you next time.